Are those two lines parallel?
Yeah.
They're going to be parallel if their direction vectors are parallel. Or two vectors are parallel if they're multiples of each other. So two vectors are parallel if they are multiples of each other. So if I call this first line L, and I'll call this second line M, D sub L, the direction vector corresponding to L is minus 6, 8, 3. The direction vector corresponding to M is minus 12, 16, minus 6, but they're not multiples. Twice negative 6 works, twice 8 works, but twice 3 is positive 6. All right. Questions here? Okay. That's the other thing I wanted to do. Dang it. Come on. Okay. If I have equations corresponding to a line, you don't really have to copy this because I'm never going to ask you guys to do this, but it's in the book and there are homework problems dealing with it. But I can eliminate that parameter t very easily. I can solve and I would get t equals x minus 3 from the first equation. From the second equation, I would get t equaling y minus 2 over 5, and then t is equal to z minus 7 over negative 3, which I guess would be easier if I wrote 7 minus z over 3. In any case, these are all equal to t, and therefore I can write x minus 3 is y minus 2 over 5 is 7 minus z over 3. And this is the non-parametric way of writing down the equations for a line. But it's two different equations. It's not a nice, neat, compact form like y equals 3x plus 6. That being said, when we work with lines, we're going to need the parametric forms. Okay? So I will not ask for these guys. They may be listed in the homework, but I'll tell you which problems to really watch out for there. There is one thing I haven't done, and that's intersections of lines, finding. So if I write down two parametric equations of lines, at issue is, do the lines intersect? And that can be a little bit sticky, because I have to ask two questions. There's a difference between saying, if I have two lines, I can say, yes, they intersect, or no, they don't intersect. But I have to also take into account the component of time. And so when I have different parameterizations, at issue is if I'm traveling along this road according to this set of equations, and if I'm traveling along this road, will my two vehicles crash? That's more than saying the roads intersect. It's saying I'm at this point, the point of intersection, at the same time. Okay, so, okay, it's not like it's real difficult, but it's more than I can do in 5 minutes. Okay, so, in section, really, you're okay in sections 12.1 and 12.2. So if you have any questions, we can go over them on, there's the homework list online. I can't remember if it's separate. If it's not separate, it's the second page of the syllabus. But if they ask you anything about points of intersection of lines, pass on that for the moment, okay? And if there's anything else I happen to miss, then ask, okay?
Our homework will be